You're all drunk and on drugs, right?
No, I was the only drunk one. I was not on drugs. Yeah, we didn't want to call anyone because we were under 21. We didn't want to get in trouble.
You could, like...
Wait, what kind of drugs were they? Were they like Red Bull or something?
I think it was like cocaine and ecstasy or something.
Okay. Sweet.
Were you doing Red Bull
Pretty hardcore drugs.
So when I was a kid, I used to fucking drink Red Bull and candy at the same time.
Whoa! Do you know what I used to do?
What kind of boy did I raise?
You know what I used to do?
Fuck boys.
That, I used to drink Coke and also drink Pop Rocks.
Dad! You're in trouble when he hears about this. Son,
yeah, we walked to my house from the bus terminal, and I lost my shoes at a graveyard because we decided it was a good idea to cut through. And I stubbed my toe, it was black and bleeding, and I walked barefoot for about 3-4 hours along a highway full of casinos and hookers and all these like weird guys looking at us.
Walking on casino hookers?
Probably one of the stupidest things I've done. I probably should have been raped and killed that night, but I wasn't. I was
you had it coming.
You get home,
you were asking
for it. Legs were blistered and ruined.
Yeah, I was looking at those guys. I was licking my lips. I was looking at my dirty ass.
You know what that makes Look,
does it make you uncomfortable, Chris?
It's a bit slutty.
You like dirty feet?
No.
Nick, let me ask you a question. Like the type of guy, like you see a guy like in a Minecraft outfit, he's like, hey baby, I'll make you explode. Do you A, fuck him, or B, fuck him hard?
My vagina. My vagina turns into Niagara Falls.
So he has this like notebook. He's like fumbling through the paper. He's like,
I gotta go right here.
Yeah, he's like, do you hear one about that creeper explosion? I already told that one. What about them skeletons shooting arrows? That's weird. They have bones.
Oh God. I might have to kill him. I have to like pull out a knife and.
What if he dodges? What if he dodges and starts powering up?
Yeah, he's like, hold on, I got 60 more. Let me get through.
What if he turns into Red Goku?
Yeah, explain that story.
It's not Red Goku.
Corey, you fucking.
It's not Red Goku. It's God Goku's Red Goku.
Explain it.
Or Kaioken Goku is Red Goku.
Ricky, explain what Corey did a couple days ago.
No such thing as Red Goku.
We're out to dinner, and Zach says, "Are you Red Goku?" And Corey looks at his shirt.
He stares like bewildered.
Stares at his shirt.
Like, no, I was like, Corey.
He looks down like he has a stain on his shirt.
What? I was like, Corey, are you Red Goku?
This went on for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, Corey, I asked you if you were Red Goku. You gave me a blank stare. You looked really concerned. You looked at your shirt. He was like, what? And I was like, are you Red Goku? And he's like, what?
I thought I was wearing a red shirt.
I was like, what do you? Everyone was bad for me.
Oh, Corey. I have no idea.
Do you guys ever look around?
I don't understand this story.
Do you guys ever look around and look at the people like trying to enjoy their meals, like out on a date with someone, and you could see how uncomfortable.
I always worry about that. Like every time we go.
Yeah, you're always part of it.
No, I'm not.
Because you are.
I'm not. I'm always good.
I hand the gosh. I'm always the answer.
You were screaming the other night in a restaurant or something.
You were. Goku. It's like, are you Red Goku or not?
I was screaming at her because she fucking ate an orange slice and put it on my
Hold on! No! You're not
were screaming until you shut up!
We were talking about Red Goku and fucking, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Remember you and Stanford, I have screaming at each other about Frozen? From across the aisle? You're like sitting from adjacent, like, me, you're like, no, fuck you! Fuck you! And he's like, no, this is bullshit! You have to scream at each other.
I don't remember that. I remember we were screaming about...
The lady walked up and she's like, yo, want some eggs? And you're like, no, fuck you!
No, I remember we were screaming, you and me were screaming about, like, a Family Guy Jimmy Neutron crossover.
Yeah, Jeff was like, we were like, Jeff, if Jimmy Neutron came to the
we had to be sure. We had to be sure to rope Jeff in.
That's exactly what
Jeff, what'd you do? Seriously, Jeff, serious question. You wake up, you hear, oh, I'm in Jeff's world now. Jeff, and you see his hand, he puts his hand out. Jeff, come to the Jimmy Neutron world. Jeff, see all my cool inventions.
You guys were shooting up all these Jimmy Neutron characters. I didn't know if you were fucking with me or if it was real.
Sheen,
what'd you
Carl,
what'd I do?
He puts his hand, he's like, come to the Jimmy Neutron world.
Cindy, Mary Lou.
Jeff,
politely declined.
Jeff, you wake up. Guys, can I even tell me for Jeff a question? Jeff,
It's a hypothetical situation. It's not a fucking question.
Jeff.
What?
You sleep in the enjoyment of like Minecraft updates and stuff, right? And Jeff, you feel pressure on your penis. You're like, ooh, what could that be? So like, what is it? You wake up, Cindy from Judy Neutron's rubbing her pussy against you. Cindy from Judy Neutron.
She's a 10-year-old girl.
She's like,
she's the hot blonde.
She's like, yeah, look, give me that dick of yours.
Come on, Jeff, answer.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, answer it.
Carl comes in, he brings in his mama.
I'd be terrified. I'd be terrified if there's a
She
crappy
looks
CG
just like she does in the
character.
show.
Okay, Wait, go.
Jeff.
What do I even say to
Jeff.
this?
Just say something.
Carl comes in, he brings his llama.
Hi, Jeff.
She comes
You
in.
guys are
She
speaking
comes in,
Chinese.
throw it up to her.
Okay, wait. Okay, new segment. Hypothetical Jeff questions, yes?
Jeff,
Yeah.
you're playing Minecraft.
Yeah, right.
Can I laugh?
You're just laughing and trolling everybody. You're just like laughing because you're killing everyone. It's like you're just griefing everybody.
That's it. That's
I'm
terrible.
griefing.
You're Markiplier.
Griefing, okay.
You see a character with a familiar skin walking in the game. He's like, "Hey Jeff," you're like, "Could it be?" He says, "Yeah, Markiplier." You pass out. You wake up. He's like, "It's me, Jeff. It's not an apparition." It's like he puts out his hand. He's like, "Jeff, come to the real world with me." Do you do it? Jeff, answer!
I don't know what to say.
Jeff, the sun is beating through his golden locks.
I goddamn lost your words
Character
right now.
reaches for.
His voice booms over the beautiful music playing in the background.
You drop your pickaxe and move.
You fall to your knees!
The creepers don't even follow you. They're just waiting.
They're staring
It's like
at
a
awe.
Lion King thing.
The Endermen look on in silence.
Okay, my
podcast-
hypothetical situation is
Podcast
way
isn't
better.
fun anymore. Not even fun
You didn't
anymore.
even answer.
Jeff,
What?
okay, here's my hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
So as you know, there's a new movie coming out, and
Look,
Yeah.
you're talking like a serial killer.
someone shows up to your door, and he hands you a script. He's wearing a coat, like a shadowy coat thing. You see the
Corey,
script.
Like an overcoat.
Well, I'm not gonna interrupt you for
The shadowy coat thing. What does that have to do with the movie?
You see the script. You look at you're like, you see the script. You see the movie, and it's a.
I don't know what. Did he show me the movie? He brought like a DVD of the movie, or I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on, the good part.
You're reading it. You're reading to it, and then it's like it's all things you distaste. So it's like, is that the word distaste? It's all things you hate.
All right.
So you hate it already. You're like, this is the worst fucking thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of my house.
It's like one of those movies made by all YouTubers or something, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, Corey?
Not what? Yeah, not what?
What
Not
happened?
I was gonna throw a curveball. I don't want to say though.
I thought you were gonna say it's Paul Blart.
I don't want to do. No.
I thought you were doing a Paul Blart thing.
Yeah, here's a question. Why don't you guys go see fucking Paul Blart Mall Cop 2?
We will. We will see.
That's like a 0%.
Dude, I heard it's like bad, but there's a really like good scene in the middle of it. Like it's a really like well choreographed like rape scene. It's really emotional. Like it's fucked up. I heard.
Holy
So like he corners like apparently there's like a new hot like janitor lady. She's like, "Hey baby," and he's like, "I'm gonna rape you. This is real life, bitch. You're gonna die tonight unless you comply with my demands." But it's like really well done though.
Yeah, no.
It's
you know what
totally
it is?
left field, dude. It's
No,
fucked
you know
up.
what it is? It's Happy Madison are trying to get their audience back, and they know what sells is that
Rape is good.
that random rape scenes in
Yeah.
like movies.
Rape is powerful.
I have a movie
That's
like
gonna
that.
cut that out and play it back. It's good.
Rape is powerful.
I have something to say. I'm almost half embarrassed to even bring this up, but
Oh no.
you were raped. Yes, but something else.
Yes, Chris.
You know how you guys are always arguing with Frozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I stand up.
endless arguments about Frozen, problems with Frozen. Fucking Tangled
Yeah.
is better than Frozen. I watched it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're right. It is better.
It is. I told
It's
you, dude.
fucking aimed at little girls.
That's
But
exactly though, but that's the thing. It's aimed at little girls, but you can still enjoy it because it's a family
all
movie.
the characters at the very least act consistent.
Yes.
They don't change their motivations weirdly.
They're
Like,
the
how-
most
story-
likable.
Yeah.
The story is like, you know,
the jokes aren't overdone. Like they know how far to take a joke without like overdoing it.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. And like all the characters, because like
And it looks nice.
it's
Yeah.
also not like the same story you grew up with, which I was trying to say, what's about Rapunzel. It's not really the Rapunzel story you would expect, so they tried a different take on it, which I appreciate. And the whole premises of how she exists in the world and where she gets her powers is told within the first 5
Well,
10
can we
minutes.
just attack
Corey.
somebody as now?
Wait. I want to.
All the comments are really shitty on you for saying premise instead of premise. Yeah, Corey, just say you can acknowledge that so people don't remember
Oh, okay.
instead of saying premise instead of premise.
I say premises instead of premise, but you know what I mean.
He says wah wah.
Okay, just wanted to say it because
Wah
you have a
wah
million fucking
instead of
comments.
wah wah, because it just rolls off the tongue better. Premises rolls off the tongue.
We all have our own words.
I just wanted to point that out because I knew all the comments would be premises. Okay, that's
I don't care about these like fucking savants at English, which like fucking show off their diplomas.
I got a hypothetical for
Okay.
you. You're streaming Five Nights at Freddy's on your PS4. You're getting loads of viewers, right?
Yeah.
And you're making lots of money through donations. Okay.
Yeah.
But then you look to your chat, and people start calling you faggot. And you don't know what's going on. This has never happened before. And then the comments start flooding. Hashtag sexy Mark sent me. And then the Markiplier appears, calling you faggot.
Jeff, here's what happens for real though. Your switch coming, he comes up on screen. He's like, Jeff.
Why do I care about this talentless cunt that you work at McDonald's? I don't care.
Jeff, it's me, your favorite guy.
Ah.
I've hacked the
No,
internet, Jeff.
this is what he's saying. He's like, would you like fries with that burger?
Jeff,
What I was saying,
Jeff,
yes,
sing,
would you
ding,
like a
Jeff,
medium or
sing
large
ding fries are
milkshake?
done.
Jeff, what I was saying originally was I was saying the guy in the black coat because they're making that Freddy game into a movie and he's gonna be in it. And I was gonna say they're gonna hand you the script and he's like, Jeff, I wanted you to be my stunt devil.
Stunt devil.
Did you say stunt devil, Corey?
Yeah, Bugabye. He's like, I always thought we shared the same chin.
Oh, we can stop that, Corey. That is a fucking showstopper. You cannot move on from that.
You're like,
Let's
stunt
sit on this
devil?
for a
You're
second. Let's fucking dwell on this for as long as we can.
Corey.
What?
Corey, just get the fuck out of here.
I have a question, Corey. If you could live entangled, would you like to be a male Rapunzel?
No, I want to be
Corey,
a male and fuck her.
Coriunzel? Would you live in the tower?
I wanted to fuck her.
Corey, would you throw your pubes down for everyone to grab? That has to be done before, right? People like this gotta be a parody that's already been done.
Yeah.
What would you do, Corey? What would you do all day
pubes?
if you lived in a tower?
I lived in a tower.
You lived in her tower.
Yeah. Would you dance around
just beat
and
up
I would
all
fuck
day.
her mom.
Her witch?
Yeah.
you'd fuck your mom? You mean?
She's not my mom.
You think
She is in the story though.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
What if she got? What if she's like, I'm just gonna stop sucking my power from your hair. I'm gonna get really old. Then would you still do it?
I think over time I'd get used to it. So
Would you
yeah.
throw her from the tower?
What?
Would you throw her from the tower?
You know, I grab my own hair and go down my hair, like I'd pull the hair
And leave her up there to die?
So if she was running errands for you, she said, Corey, what do you want for your birthday? I'll get you something from the forest.
From the forest?
Yeah. You know, like she gets Rapunzel like her hair paint or whatever.
Oh, I would ask her.
I want a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's, and she's like, that doesn't exist in this universe, Corey.
I don't want a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's. I've said this before. It's one of those movies that everyone hates it. I like it, but there's specific scenes I like that make it a movie I could rewatch.
Corey, what would you do if you went back to medieval times and there's no Dunkin' Donuts? Corey's face just dropped real time.
Corey just fucking got shot.
It looks like he got told his parents died in the fire or something. He was like,
I think I saw a tear forming.
So there's no Dunkin' Donuts?
There's no Dunkin' Donuts.
It's medieval times, dummy.
It's
not Dunkin' Donuts.
I would invent Dunkin' Donuts.
people stabbed us 50 times.
I would use mule
Throw it in the
piss.
mud.
I would use mule piss and mud, and I would make my own Dunkin' Donuts, and I would call it I would call
You know
it.
how many people
I
would
would call it.
spit it out immediately and then kill you for witchcraft?
I would call it Ye Dunkin' Donuts.
You would die. I think any of us say
I would
die
like,
so fast.
excuse me, young sir.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Try my coffee, and then you try it.
Oh dear, what is this? What the fuck?
Henry would summon you and behead you, you fucking idiot.
What is that? He'd be
I
like,
don't think everyone would enjoy it.
You would not!
I understand that people need to keep their image. They can't deal with peasants, but it's one of those things where it's like he would wear his like,
okay, let's do a
rabbit
role
robe,
play.
come
Let's
down
do a
and
role
try
play.
my mule piss coffee.
Corey, let's do a role play. Jeff is the king. You just admit to Dunkin' Donuts.
Excuse me, sir, king.
Yes. Yes, I'm the king, yeah.
I've no.
I have
No,
a
you have to
problem.
say, I'm King
I
Jeff.
called you here to the court because one of our fine Knights of the Round Table came into your establishment this morning
It was
in
me.
his brand new armor, and you gave him an extra large Ye Dunkin' Donuts coffee with a shitty lid on it, and it spilled all over his brand new stainless steel armor.
That is the thing,
And he
though.
wishes to
Hold
behead
on,
you in
hold on.
the town.
Yeah.
I'm
in
gonna
the town
segue.
square.
I'm gonna
really
segue back
mad.
into the story, but that's the thing. First of all, I will ban future extra
Oh, you
large
gotta
coffee
get characters
lids
in
on
the drop,
coffee.
Corey.
No, this is like segueing out. This is like the author coming, poking his head out of the movie to say it.
Kevin Smith it. You can't Kevin Smith it, Corey.
Shut up, the fucking Kevin Smith again. I'd be like, yeah, in this universe there's no extra large coffee lids, so there's not cut.
You ruined my armor, you piece
Get
of...
back to the club.
Was it? All right, he would say a knight. He's like, this knight wishes to behead you for ruining his armor. It's like, how do you defend yourself? You're like, I'll let you tell your side of the story.
I'm walking towards you, Sir Corey.
What was wrong with my coffee?
I spilled it all over my chin, you piece of shit.
Well, that's because you
What is it?
are nearsighted and you need
Look, I
glasses.
was sitting right there watching him drink his coffee.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, okay,
Boo!
No, here's what would really happen.
What happened to the old king?
Here's what would really happen. I'd be like, sir, before I am beheaded, please try my delicious yay coffee, and then I give it
Corey,
to
they would kill you more brutal if they tried fucking donkey piss and mud.
Try to imagine that your piss isn't there.
you. You try it.
That'd be like the third act
And
of
then what
the
do you
movie.
say?
That'd be like the last 5 minutes of the movie where you're like, look,
like-
sir.
Like, wow, you are. I don't know. Yeah, what could I do worse than just behead you in the town
What
square?
would you say when you tasted it? What would you say? You're like, this is the foulest shit I've eaten.
There you go. Yeah,
Say it.
this is the.
I like your
I can't act like a goddamn. You're asking me to roleplay as a king who just drank mule piss or whatever.
Yeah.
Acting, Jeff.
You're gonna get to
You gotta say something like that.
there. This
You
coffee
Yeah, you
is
say that,
bad.
Say that with that for no reason.
This is bad coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, but isn't there a bit of a punch in it? You're not used to it. You're used to drinking old gray water, but you haven't tried my mule piss coffee, sir. This is new. I'm telling you, it'll catch on. People will drink it. The taste will be stuck in their mouth forever, but it'll keep them awake.
Maybe I'd offer you a job as the court jester. Be like, you have to close down your coffee shop. You can be the court
My king, the
jester.
coffee is good, but we should still kill him.
Why is he fucking like a weird like Smeagol character? What's that guy's name? Igor?
We must kill him.
Yeah, those the ones.
I love your logic by the way. You're like, try this mule piss coffee, but it's not coffee. It's just mule piss. There's nothing coffee about
There's
it.
mud and mule piss and little chunks of plague rat.
Yeah, but it's like it's an early form of coffee. Nobody knows what coffee is yet.
It's not how. What's coffee about it? It's just mule piss.
Wouldn't you want to take this opportunity
It's
to
like
invent
taking a walk
coffee,
with the other
Corey?
rock
Why don't you just go get some coffee beans?
Yeah, but it's a rock hamburger.
Why don't you actually roast your own coffee beans?
Corey, if you got sent back
Corey,
to time,
the old time.
you would find an old abandoned barn and you would sit in the mud drawing porn until you died of plague.
That's true.
So really sucks you
I
drive
would take pictures of it with my Polaroid and give it
Corey
to
would be in a cave drawing titties and
Yeah.
dicks.
People would walk in.
I would invite people.
And
At first, it's like, please don't make fun of it. It's my first
I
time.
wonder if the little guys back then used to just draw the report and beat up in their house and like crumple up and throw it away.
I always thought the funniest part of that Monty Python movie wasn't the jokes, it was just the fact all the peasants sit around in mud just throwing mud into piles.
That's the funniest part of the movie. Yeah. How do they talk again?
They just talk like nice British people.
No, there's the one character guy who's like talks like a fucking weirdo.
So
With a really high pitched voice. He can't.
So would I
forget.
be beheaded afterwards? The cold coffee thing?
Yeah, and then they pour the mule piss down your neck hole and hang you up on the fucking cross outside the village to warn other people.
They boil the mule piss to a fucking scalding temperature and pour it down my throat. So
fucking kill your head and call you the mule piss peasant retard.
And then you steal my idea and make you Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I'm the fucking inventor now.
This is a good story. Mm-hmm. Dunkin' Donuts.
The legend of the boy who got sent back in time to
Let's
medieval
talk about
times to create
you
shit
can
coffee.
have a lot of
Oh,
insight.
Nikki, you're our guest. Hello.
I'm over here.
Hey, let's. You can talk about this. You can open your fucking trap about this. Let's
Yeah.
talk about art college.
Oh yeah,
Oh
very
yeah, tell us
passionate
about school.
art college. So you all went to high school, hopefully, right?
Yes, you can
Did anyone else drop out? I dropped out a sophomore year.
Oh, I graduated,
I graduated barely because I'm a
but I didn't
retard.
graduate college.
Did you finish high school, Jeff?
I did, yeah.
Chris?
I dropped out.
You know
High
what?
school?
Dropouts.
Oh no, I stayed in high. Sorry, I dropped out of college.
Yeah, no, I left high school sophomore year because I thought it was bullshit.
It is.
You dropped out of high school?
Yep.
School's bullshit.
I
Gross.
would have rather stayed home and worked on art than
Smoked dank weed. You
Well,
say that.
yeah.
I wanted to smoke the dank weed.
Your parents sound cool. My parents would have beheaded me if I did that.
So art college.
Art college
Art
is
college.
not necessary.
No, I never thought it was. And then people ask that all the time.
Do you have the experience of pretentious fucks, as they say in art college? Did you have that experience?
You know, I went to community college. And I took some life drawing classes, and that's all I needed. I realized afterwards, like, it's just a waste of money.
Do you have to get like your GED or something from high school before you can go to college?
Yeah.
The one I went to, yes, but I don't think it's necessary all the time. I don't know what the rules are.
How did you get in there?
Yeah.
I showed them my titties.
Really?
Makes sense. Okay.
They're like, oh, those are big.
You really got in that one?
Nice.
You can't check
Link to the titties below.
But I don't think our college is necessary.
No, because it's one of those things, like, I've never learned, I never went to art school. When I went to art in class, it was just my teacher taught, like, belittling me and saying I'll never make anything. Like,
Yeah, did you ever, like, draw and they're like, oh, that's anime? It's like,
yeah.
no.
Can I say, maybe it's a little bit controversial, but I feel like cartoons are harder to draw. A good cartoon style is harder to do
No, it is.
than a realistic realism, because I feel like anybody with enough practice can really get like life drawing down. Is that too far to say?
No.
Anybody with dedication can do that. But then, to then take real life and caricaturize it and kind of simplify it,
Drawing
it's
is
hard.
life drawing.
Is that fair to say?
No,
I mean, a cartoon style.
In an appealing way. I mean.
It has a very unique set of rules that you have to follow.
Yeah.
Me and Zach were saying that if you like spent your life become the world's greatest photorealism drawer, no one would even care in the end because there's nothing unique about it.
That's what always gets all the attention on the internet. It's like, oh, look what I did. I traced and copied. I'm
It's like
the
a
human
true friend that
photocopier,
looks like
copied
my
a
friend.
photo.
Like,
It takes a huge amount of skill, but no one will really care in the end. Anyway.
I would honestly say there's probably 5 art styles that I really like. That I like artists who have art styles where I'm like, that's a good art style. Maybe 5, maybe 6 tops. But as far as so I think it's hard to caricaturize stuff and simplify it in a way that's really appealing. It's nice. It's good.
I'm just like, I feel like, because
That's just me though.
no, when I do
I'm an
art,
idiot.
when I do art and I'm doing like proportional stuff and I'm like that, I'm like, I don't want to do it exactly on model with a reference, so I try to like cartoonify it. So I have like this weird hybrid cartoon style because because it's like I was saying, like proportional stuff, like when you see a picture of a certain angle, sometimes it just looks weird because you're not used to, even though it's accurate, like if somebody's looking back and their head looks 6 times bigger than their fucking body, you're just like, that looks retarded. So when people draw that same exact thing, they'll make the head smaller because realistically that's what you would think it would look like. And normal people would do that if they were doing like the sort of like realistic thing. They would do the big head thing, but I just feel aesthetically it looks more appealing when you like exaggerate more and do more interesting stuff. That's what cartoons are. It's just like exaggerating features.
I think it's safe to say that I've seen way more art styles that are cartoony where I'm going, that's fucking disgusting. To my taste, I'm just like, that looks nasty. Like,
Makes you want to puke.
Yeah, seriously, there have been like 3 or 4 TV shows where like, that's a nice art style. So it's way easier to fuck up a cartoon style than it is to, because if you do a realism drawing and you kind of make it look a little wonky, it's like, oh, that's pretty good. It's really hard to royally fuck up a realism style. Again, that's just me though, but it's really easy to have a severely unappealing cartoonish style. It's like, oh, they added too many facial details, or oh, they made the hands too big or something.
Or they put specific details.
Exactly, it's super easy to make that look bad. And so to find a good balance of simple yet it shows what's going on is hard.
Yeah, it's weird how like little things can really change something. Like my dad started drawing recently. He stopped now because he gave up. But when he was like, he was getting really into drawing like portraits because he was watching this TV show that was like the X Factor of portrait drawing. My dad was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a portrait drawer, and he started sending me pictures of like my sister when her teeth grew up. Fucking, he put the lines in between each tooth so it looked like fucking creepy old lady and shit.
My point is that was realism though, so it still looked, so it still wasn't like. Repulsive. Was like, no, that's not that good.
But even in realism, if you put like big black lines between each tooth, you look like a fucking like redneck.
My point is, you weren't like.
It's hard to
even though you acknowledged it wasn't a very great drawing, you're still like, that still looks alright.
Yeah, no, but
that's my point. It's way easier to make something look like bad with a cartoon style. Like, that looks bad. They made like, it's like adding a cartoony head with a realistic ear or something. Like, that's disgusting.
Dad, if you're listening, I thought your pictures were great. You shouldn't have given up.
I feel bad for people who are super talented at making a traditional lifelike drawing, and they're just they can capture your face.
Yeah.
But there's nothing for them
there's no character to
nowadays. But like just with technology, like someone who's really good at charcoal, like they can't make a living. I don't think.
No.
You also have to adapt too. So if you're not good at this, well then try to branch off to the closest thing that will get you a living.
That's weird too when people post something like that. All the comments are like, "You're so good, you can make a living at this." Like,
Doing what though? It's like,
Nobody's making a living just
I can draw a chair and make it look like a chair. It's like
Yeah.
cool, but
Yeah, it's like
I can
alright.
take Photoshop and add a fucking sketch filter to it.
yeah. And we're not. By the way, we're not fucking dissing you old bros who can draw stuff good. Like, but it takes a lot of talent. It takes a lot of skill. But we're saying I'm a specialist. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I think being able to draw a good, appealing cartoon style is way underappreciated in comparison to drawing a really realistic style.
No, I agree. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
You being a damn good president. That's what.
Yeah. Quite I'm saying you could run the platform and be like, sir, what is your opinion on the balloon deficit? You'd be like, I don't know about that. First of all, fuck you.
God. Fuck
Sir,
you.
President
First of all,
okay, come on,
listen.
Jeff, let's
All right, you know what I'm tired of?
Hold
I'm
on.
tired of parakeets, parrots, fucking macaws, and all these motherfuckers who repeat what I say over and over. Listen, first of all, listen.
Jeff, let's play the play. Jeff,
First of all, I
let's
don't have enough fucking saltine crackers to fill their goddamn mouth.
Jeff, let's play President Corey, okay?
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah.
You have to interviews, okay?
Yeah.
So,
President Corey.
President Corey. So,
You guys first question.
Mr. Corey, or President Corey, that is, you're running for re-election. What is your policy on Israel?
They're the ones that they wear this stuff and show their ankles, right?
Pardon me, sir? What is your policy on Israel?
We
Do
gotta
you
get,
believe in the two-state solution,
we
sir?
gotta get more foot jobs, more foot job focused stuff there.
Sir, what is your policy on the two-state solution? Do you support
if they
that or
can't
oppose
show
that?
if they can only show their ankles, we gotta pass a law to at least be able to show half their face.
He's so right. He's so right.
We have a second question here from another reporter.
There's rumors Saudi Arabia is trying to clone Osama bin Laden and bring him back from the dead. What do you plan to do about that?
Build big robots.
This is why I voted for him.
We're not impressed, Connor.
Mr. President, your adversary has said multiple times that you have caused $40 trillion in debt over 4 years. How is that possible? Where did all the money go to?
I spent it on stuff I needed at the time.
Like what?
Like personal stuff.
Yeah, Corey. President Corey, could you answer for the $300 billion data center in Nevada that organizes the world's porn, but you've been ignoring global warming? What do you say to that?
Sir, I'd like to point out, to on his question, sea levels have risen 10 feet.
Hold on.
Most of Florida is underwater.
Hold on.
President Corey,
all
how
you-
do you explain the shortage of Pokemon cards and Sonic the Hedgehog figures?
Wait, sir,
I like that guy's question better.
sir,
Explain it!
President Corey, like I said before, global warming has caused a 10-foot high sea level rise that's caused thousands
All
of
right, to
deaths
speak on behalf
being
of this
abandoned,
guy.
and all you keep talking about is a platform based on fruit snacks and salty crackers for all. So people are dying in your country.
Where are the Sonic figures?
Hold on. To classify it, weather will happen. It'll get hot, it'll get cold, just deal with it. Second of all, the figures are coming. They're coming.
You've been saying that for 15 years!
We're making them different flavors so kids can suck on them and they don't. At least when they choke, flavor in their mouth.
Thank you.
The president calling. I got autism, bro. I forgot my question. Sorry. I'm also autistic.
Thank you, that was President Corey, everyone.
Thank you. No more questions.
Oh, okay.
He's got some 1993 Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons to watch.
Don't bother me while I'm
Sits in the
working.
Oval Office watching Sonic to 90s.
Yeah, we had an interview with President Corey today who was watching Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons.
Setting him to be specific.
Mr. Corey, what do you think of Iraq? Oh, no, whatever. Sonic the Hedgehog eats chili dogs. That's pretty fucking sweet. That's all I know about that.
Listen, realistically,
President Corey, what do you think of Saudi Arabia developing nukes? Dude, Dr. Abraham's an asshole. Why does he always bother his son? What do you ever do to him?
I like other stuff besides Sonic. I like Dragon Ball Z. How about putting some Dragon Ball Z in this beat?
Fuck you, Colin.
We were funding super soldiers to act just like Goku in
We
the
are
heat of
trying to
battle.
build a real life Naruto. He's our secret super weapon.
I'm gonna come to the podium and be like,
We are mixing animals until they form a Naruto.
we are inventing the fusion as seen in Dragon Ball Z episode. I would say it's around the Buu saga.
We are building a real
No
life
further questions. And then